But again, anyways. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, which is probably a lot of you, my name is Sophia Nguyen and it is so lovely to meet you. A little bit about me, I'm 23 years old, I'm a post-grad student, and I currently work in the field of international development. I would love my YouTube videos to provide a sense of comfort for you all as I navigate my 20s and my post-grad life, whether that be posting tidbits of my life that includes vlogging or health or wellness or traveling or any of those things mentioned. I would love for you all to join me along for this amazing, incredible ride, and I promise we'll have a really great time together. Now, this year is an exciting year, I must say. It's the year of the Chinese zodiac snake, but unfortunately, as someone who was born the year of the snake, I've had my friends and family tell me that this year is supposed to be a really, really shitty year. Where did they get that information, you may ask? I have no idea. But apparently, there's this Chinese superstition where if you are celebrating the year of your Chinese zodiac, that year will be filled with a lot of bad luck and misfortunes. That's why in this video, I am here to tell you that we are going to be flipping that script and make 2025 our best year yet. Whether you are the year of the snake and you're watching this video and you're like, wait, I don't want to have a shitty year. Or if you're another person from another zodiac sign and you just want to make 2025 your bitch. So I decided to create a little bit of a challenge for me and for you to ensure that this year, 2025, will be filled with immense growth and lots of successes. Do you see the snakes? I am a proud Chinese zodiac snake lover, and I forever will be. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you all some goals that I have for myself this year that I'm personally focusing on, and I hope you all can share your goals with me as well so that we can mutually support each other, uplift each other, and succeed together. Get my little iPad out. So I have a huge list that I want to completely fulfill for the year 2025. Because my family specifically have told me, Sophia, this year might not be a good year for you, so you better watch out. I'm like, no. I am going to be having a good year for myself, and I will not let fate decide what type of year I'm going to be having. So, for the first goal that I have for 2025, I would love to save a minimum of $20,000 while paying off my student loans before I make the move to New York. If you're new here, a little bit about me, I always dreamed of moving to New York, and in order to move to New York these days, I feel like you need to have some buck in your bank. So that's why my first goal is to save a minimum of $20,000. So I decided let's take a little bit of a dive in my current savings and my current student loans. So right now in my current savings, I have $9,228.79. Now, did any of that specifically come from me? Probably not. I think a lot of it came from my graduation money, and some of it came from my own savings. But nonetheless, I have $11,000 to go before I make the minimum of $20,000 saved. So I hope to save $11,000 all while paying off my $9,634.21 worth of student loans. Has it been over 6 months and have I still not started paying off my student debt? I haven't. I think I've only contributed maybe $100 or $200 in my student loans, but I really need to get on that and I really need to be better in that. So I will be prioritizing paying off my student loans and saving money as well. And the reason why I want to have these type of videos is so that I can challenge myself to have a budget set, to have a monthly budget check-in with you all, and to make sure that I'm not overspending. And for those of you who may already know me, aka my friends and family, you all know that I am a really, really big spender. So need to chill out on that, and I need to start saving big time. I'm gonna have my budget tracker over here for you all. This was a tracker that was sent to me by my brother's fiance. She sent it to me a really long time ago because I had asked for it, and I actually never started using it. And for budget videos that I will be creating for you all, I will be using this template for sure. So that's all for my first goal. My second goal is that I want to secure a salary raise for myself at my 9-to-5 job. These salary raises are mandatory every year. I'm about to hit my 1-year mark in June. So I hope to receive the highest I can for my salary raise because that would be really amazing. And I feel like I've put in my heart and soul into this job that I love so dearly. So I hope I can secure a really nice salary raise. That would be amazing. My third goal is that I want to be able to confidently speak Vietnamese and become proficient in French. I am going to be attaching a book that I recently purchased here, but unfortunately, being able to speak Vietnamese consistently is extremely difficult in the area that I live in, mostly because there's not a lot of Vietnamese people for me to converse with. For those of you who may not know, again, before I move to New York, I will be moving back home with my parents, and I have already told them to only speak Vietnamese with me and to not speak English, because no matter how frustrated I will get at myself for not being able to speak Vietnamese, I feel like the only way to become better at a language is to fully immerse yourself in an environment where everyone around you only speaks that language. So I fully believe that my parents only speaking Vietnamese with me and me meeting up with my aunts and uncles and my grandma who are living down there in Chesapeake, where I'm going to be moving back to, they will definitely help me become a better Vietnamese speaker. And the reason why I purchased this book over here is because I don't know how to read or write in Vietnamese. And I think this would be a really perfect opportunity for me to get a head start on that as well. And in terms of French, in terms of where I work, I currently work in the Middle East. So French is actually the second most known language in the Middle Eastern countries that I mainly might visit. So I just feel like French is just a really great and beautiful language for me to learn. And if I'm able to kind of be good at it, that would be such a flex, and I would be so entirely proud of myself. But yeah, that's kind of one of the goals that I have for myself in terms of language speaking. So fingers crossed that I'm actually able to, fulfill these goals and succeed in it, because I feel like I always have speaking Vietnamese confidently, like in my yearly goal. I just never been able to fulfill it because I just ignore it. But now is not the time for ignorance and ignoring things. I need to hit it full on and be able to speak Vietnamese because I am Vietnamese, and I feel like just being deeply entrenched in your roots is super important. My fourth goal, I would love to be able to read 30 books this year. Last year I had a goal of reading 20 books and I only read 17 books, so I was a little bit disappointed in myself. But this year I am confident that I can read 30 books and maybe even more, because I have a huge book lineup that I would love to share with you all. So just give me one moment. 1 second. So this is my book collection for 2025. For me, I love romances and I love fantasy and thrillers. So if you have any book recommendations that you could give to me, that would be absolutely amazing and I would be so appreciative of it. But I actually finished my first 2025 book, and it is called A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. It was a beautiful book. And one thing about me that I have an issue on is that I read books extremely fast, but because I'm just so busy with work sometimes, I'll read like half a novel in one day, and then 3 weeks later I'll open it back up and read the last few. So even though it takes me a long time to finish books, it's mostly because I pick it up, read, put it back down, wait a couple weeks, and then pick it back up to read it and finish it. So I want to be better at consistently reading every single night, like 5 to 10 minutes, because I feel like one, that's just really helpful for your brain to read every day. And I just don't want to let work take away personal time that I have. I just started reading my second book for 2025, and it's called The Dead Romantics, and it's actually another book by Ashley Poston. So it's really good so far based on the 25 pages that I've read, but I'm really excited to see how this one turns out because I've heard wonderful things about this book. My other book lineup includes Happy Place by Emily Henry. I've also read a bunch of other Emily Henry books, The People We Meet on Vacation and Book Lovers. I heard really great things about Happy Place by my sister, who is a romance girl, so I'm so excited to read this one. And then, of course, I have to support my girl, Ali Hazelwood, because Love Theoretically is off the charts. So I've heard from Book Talk, and I've read Love Hypothesis, which is an incredible, spicy book, by the way, and I totally recommend it. But yes, this is one other book that I have. The last two books that I have is A Court of Thorns and Roses. This was actually gifted to me by my VSA Big in hopes of us starting a book club so that we can specifically read this book. So I'm gonna hold off on reading this until we finally get our book club situated. But I am going into this series blindly. I have no idea what it's about, and I think it's fantasy related, so exciting about that. And I am so thrilled to be reading like a fantasy related book after all the romance lineup books that I just showed you guys. And then lastly, we have Fourth Wing. Again, I am going into this extremely blind. I have no idea what this is about, and I think this is also a fantasy book in a series as well, a really popular, renowned series. So I'm eager to, read this book and kind of see what it's like. It's about dragons, I think, and I don't think I've really read a book that involves like dragon riders, so this will be kind of interesting to read. I hope it has romance because I am killer for romance books. So yeah, if you guys have any recommendations for books that I should be reading for 2025, please let me know. I would love to see what you guys have recommended for me. And this is very much less than 30 books, so I need more book recommendations. I would like to say I will do a halfway point like book review. So once I've read 15 books, I would love to do kind of like an analysis of all the books I've read, just so I can be like, yeah, I read 15 books and these are my ratings for them all. So yeah, I can't wait to have more videos about that. Hitting the last few of my 2025 goals, so bear with me. The last few I have is that, for one, I would love to volunteer for more homeless shelters and nonprofit organizations that support lower income communities. For me, I have never been able to have the time to volunteer at a homeless shelter. I would do a lot of church volunteer work, but not really pertaining to lower income communities. And I feel like now more than ever is the time to give back to the community. So if you all have any nonprofit organizations for me to be a part of and to help volunteer that are in need of volunteers, please do not hesitate to let me know and reach out to me. I'm currently based in the Northern Virginia area, so if you're around that area and would like to connect, that would be extremely amazing. For the last two goals that they're more travel related for sure. I would love to be able to visit major cities in the US. So for example, Chicago, Boston, Houston, Texas, Austin, Texas, Philadelphia, San Francisco, the list goes on and on and on. Last year, I only went to New York and Miami. I'm not sure if you would consider Miami a major city. I think it is. It should be a major city. But I only visited those two cities last year and they were really amazing. I pretty much went to New York 5 times last year, and I feel like those trips could have definitely been reserved to other cities for sure, but that just didn't happen. So that's why this year I will be fully committing to trying out different cities and seeing all the activities and trends that are happening in those areas. So I'm really excited to hopefully visit a few more cities and kind of gain a little bit more understanding of the cities that are here in the US. And And then the last goal that I have is that I want to be able to travel to 2 new countries. The first country is already a given one because I already have plans to go here in March, but I will be going to France at the end of March, and I'm so excited about that, mostly because I will be going with my best friend and her coworkers, who are also amazing, wonderful girls, and I can't wait to film a vlog for the trip. I can't wait to film Get Ready With Me while I'm in France. I can't wait to film kind of like my outfits for France, whenever that may be, because I'm really horrible at deciding my outfits until the last minute. So yeah, that'll be really exciting. In terms of the second country, I am really banking on my job sending me to a country that I haven't been to just yet, because my field is international development and we have a lot of opportunities to travel. So fingers crossed that they send me to a location that I haven't been to, because that would be really amazing. And I want to be a huge travel bug these upcoming years, and I feel like last year I only went to one country, which was Morocco, and that was, oh my gosh, the most amazing experience of my entire life. So if I can travel to more places throughout the world, that would be a dream come true. So we're nearing the end of this video, but we're not all done yet. I have some small but mighty goals that I wanted to share with you all. First is that I would love to participate in a tennis tournament. For those who may not know me, I have been playing tennis since I was in middle school, and I played competitively in high school and a little bit in college, and I stopped playing tennis because I got really busy with school and work. But now I am fully back into tennis, and I want to join a tennis tournament and I want to dominate. And what I mean by dominating, I mean probably like losing within the first round, but I still want to join a tennis tournament anyways, because I feel like that would be such a fun experience and also a challenging experience for me. I can be Art and Patrick from Challengers, whatever. Anyways, I would love to join a tennis tournament and kind of vlog my experience with that, so stay tuned. I would love to stop the habit of picking my face and picking my nails. I am the worst picker out of everyone I know. I hate this habit. It's a horrible habit. It is so bad for you. So I recommend that if you are someone who is a picker, to join me in stopping the habit, because it is a truly horrible habit. As you can see, have, acne scars around my face. So I just want to be able to stop this, really damaging habit of picking my skin and also picking my nails, which I've actually been doing a really good job on because I've been getting my nails done, and that has helped me kind of like resist the urge of fighting it and peeling it. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I also wanted to note that I will be creating progress videos for all of the goals that I mentioned in this video. So for example, if I have this goal of saving $20,000, I'll be creating monthly budgeting videos that are super transparent and very honest and straightforward. So if I literally did not save any money that month, I will be posting that because 1, I need to hold myself accountable, and 2, the best way to learn is through failing. And another example is that if I want to be confident in speaking Vietnamese or French, maybe, just maybe, I'll post a video speaking completely in Vietnamese or in French. Maybe not French, but in Vietnamese, hopefully that one day will come. And another example is that if I'm traveling somewhere, I will 100% vlog it. And if I do happen to join a tennis tournament, I'll be vlogging my experience on that and how well I do, if I do well. So yeah, I hope you guys can join me on this amazing journey. I hope that this year will be filled with a lot of wonderful joy and tremendous amount of growth for yourself. I feel like self-love is the best type of love. And if you need someone to talk to in any point of the way of succeeding with your goals, you're always free to reach out to me. So, yeah, see you in the next video.